Road woes for the Cardinals continue as they fall 7-6 against the Atlanta Braves tonight in another bullpen just catastrophe. We're going to talk about some of that, some of the bullpen issues, who should be sent to Memphis, Jordan Walker, and some catcher stuff all on tonight's show. So tune in with us here at the Cardinals Show on STL Sports. – 3-2 lead going into the 8th tonight. I think was it Matten who was on the mound? I think that's what I saw, right?
Romero was in there too.
Yeah,
I think Romero was first. I think Matten came in afterwards. Man, I'll be honest with you. I was trying to flip back and forth between the hockey game and the baseball game, and I literally flipped over. And when I came back, I was like, "Oh, what happened?"
Another bullpen. I mean, we'll talk more on the bullpen here in a little bit, but just another game that I feel like the Cardinals should have won.
The bullpen is being. I thought the starting pitching was going to be a major issue this year.
It's not been bad lately.
They're at least consistent. We have an idea of what we're getting when they go out there. We have no idea what's coming out of the bullpen outside of Ryan Helsley.
Right.
And even he had a foul up already this year.
Yeah.
So, this team's playing with my heart every game, and the offense always seems to be in it. Yeah. More games than not. I mean, they're not getting blown out the water. And when they are down, they're not rolling over and dying.
Right.
They're still taking good at bats. They're still getting on base. I mean, one game they hit into 5 double plays, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
I mean, this team is just they're getting very unlucky. They're losing everything in the extra innings. They're losing. So it's a depth issue. It's a bullpen issue right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something you're not going to believe.
All right, go ahead.
Right now, unless it was Marmal's decision on who to put into the bullpen, this right now is not a Marmal issue currently, in my opinion.
I saw that they're skipping Steven Matt's next start.
Oh, I hadn't even seen that yet.
Yeah, well, that's what I saw this morning. Katie Wu, I think it was Katie Wu, said that they're skipping Matt's start, and he's going to be out of the bullpen for the series. Interesting, I know.
No, yeah, that's news to me.
Yeah. Either way, it's like two straight days now that I wouldn't say yesterday's game against the Mets that it was definitely more of a bullpen thing. And there was 3-3 into the 6th or 7th when Juan Soto kind of opened it up there with that hit to kind of left center field. He just kind of, I mean, I don't want to say it sucks, but like you're not getting anything out of the bullpen. You're not getting consistency. You're not getting, at one point you were getting all 3 phases of the game. You're getting offense, defense, and pitching. And now you're getting defense with starting pitchers because the offense wasn't really there against the Mets, and it hasn't been as of late.
Right.
Tonight was where they put up 4 runs, 3 runs?
3
runs.
Well, no, it was 3 and it ended up being 6.
6. So not great, but not awful. Tonight should have been a game they won. Should have been.
Absolutely should have been a game they won. It's definitely a disappointing letdown, and I mean, you want to blame somebody, and I don't think there's an argument to blame anybody than the relief pitching right now. I don't even think it's that they're being misused.
No.
He's not throwing anybody out there who 3 weeks ago seemed unprepared. They just kind of all fell off. Jojo Romero has not been the same this year. Roycroft already got sent down.
Yeah.
Fernandez has been – I mean, I don't even know. It's been extremely frustrating because this is what I expected to see out of this bullpen last year.
Right.
So then going into this year, I was like, okay, maybe I was wrong, and now it's reared its ugly head. And you're telling me the young guys we have down there that are stretched out to be starters couldn't come in and do 2 or 3 innings of the bullpen and work their program here in St. Louis and get big league experience at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just have guys go out there longer. You're not gonna be able to play the lefty righty game as much, but those guys are starters. They have more pitches anyways. If they can find a way to get warm and go out there and throw 3 good innings, you only need them and then Helsley. So at this point, none of us expect this team to win this year. They came out the gate, gave us a little bit of hope. The offense is there, but what you're doing is not working. You have all this young arm talent down in AAA. Let's just
hurt too.
Let's just cut the fat, man.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's just see what we got. Let's play ball.
Right.
Give the fans something exciting to come see and go, at least this is different. They're going to find a new way to lose, or what I have found in most games this year, the Cardinals are at least entertaining when they lose. They're not as pathetic as what we had to endure last year.
I was talking. We had the City SC show the other day with Chris.
Love Chris. He's
basically talking the same thing. He's like, it wouldn't be so bad, like with the losses and stuff, if it was entertaining, if it was more fun to watch, if they were more fun to watch. The losses wouldn't be so bad. 0-0, draws or 1-1 draws wouldn't be so bad if the team was more entertaining on the field.
Right.
I feel that says the same thing. Same thing for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean this team's been fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. The losses just don't hurt as bad, I guess. And I don't think it's that I'm used to losing, because I hate losing more than I like winning.
Yeah.
So this has not been as painful.
Yeah. We'll come back to the bullpen issues here in a little bit. Let's talk about kind of the hot topic right now. At least I think it is. Who's going to get sent down to Memphis? Mason Wynn is supposed to be activated from the IL, the 10-day IL tomorrow. April 22nd is what the stat sheets say, that he should be activated tomorrow morning, whenever they're able to do that. He should be, which leaves the Cardinals in a little bit of a predicament, is on who you send down to Memphis. Do you send Thomas Gacy? Do you send Nolan Gorman? Do you send Alex Burleson? Luke and Bacon? Baker. Luke and Bacon.
Well, if his last name was Bacon, there's no way he could leave. There's just no way. That would be the end of the argument.
Who? I mean, I the stats here from at least Gacy. I know you have some of the other ones, but Gacy hit since he come back from AAA on April 4th. He's had a slash line of 400, at 389, and then 600 across the. Yeah. I don't know what level, like which order they're in. I know what the 400s his
So it's 400 average with a 389 OBP with a 600 slugging, and then he's got a 989 OPS.
Yeah,
and he's got a .4 WAR.
Right.
So he's been really good, man. Like, I can't let him go.
Yeah. But then you cause a little bit of a traffic jam in the infield, because you have Arenado. He's not going to play third base. He could, I guess, but you're not going to sit Arenado every other day to play Sagasi. You're not going to sit down again.
Sagasi can transfer to second. If you're a shortstop, you can play second base.
Yeah, you should. Well,
so you know what that does?
Right in the infield.
You let him play second base.
Yeah.
Let Gorman be his rotation in. Then you've got Donovan that you can put wherever you need to go as you need to.
Right.
Or guess what? We need relief pitching.
Yeah.
Sounds like we have a log jam. How about we do some trading?
Yeah.
And see what we can do, since you guys don't want to go spend any money. Let's see if we can put a couple of these cheap young guys together who they're going to have to take a little bit of a risk on, and see if we can get some pitching back. I don't know, man. You Pozo, I think he's tradable as soon as Ivan comes back, or Ivan's tradable.
Yep.
As soon as he comes back and shows he still plays. I guess I'd rather trade Pedro. I don't want Herrera to go away. I understand that I am a defensive guy, but I've been a Herrera guy the whole time, so I have sentiment on it. I haven't got to see enough of him this year to see if the arm is better. Is the accuracy better?
Right.
I mean, I've seen he's got the cannon now because I watched him overthrow one on opening day.
Yeah.
Um,
He's the one who was working on his throw from his knee, from those knees, right?
Yeah. I mean, he was working on everything. I mean, pop time, release, the whole 9 yards. So,
right.
I mean, I need to see more of him behind the plate before I want to let go of that because I think he's arguably the best bat we have in our lineup.
Yeah.
On any given day. So there's too much there. I mean, I think Burleson is tradable. I think Pages is tradable. I think Gorman's tradable. I think Baker's tradable. I think Pozo's tradable. I think Siani's tradable.
Yeah.
I even though Mattin's had a rough couple of games recently, he was locked down beforehand. So I can't. I don't want to part with him, and I'm not saying I want to get rid of all these guys, but if I'm going to trade some dudes, that'd be somebody. I mean, I'm even still open to trading Wilson Contreras, even though he is, in my opinion, far overperformed my expectations.
Yeah.
At first base, he does not seem to be as much of a defensive liability as I was worried about. I was worried about the knees and him not being able to move quick enough. The extension, he's not a first baseman.
Yeah,
but he has far exceeded what I thought was going to look very, very clumsy, and he's been funny while doing it.
Yeah.
I am liking this version of Wilson Contreras.
Right. Yeah. It just, I don't know. I think to me, I as much as you hate to say it, I mean, you do cause yourself a logjam having Sagasi up here. But you still have, you still kind of have a logjam with, you're going to have, Luke and Baker, who's going to, be in the same situation, same as, I know Burley plays a little bit more than Baker does. Because Burley will DH when Contreras is playing first, or, they'll flip-flop them in and out. Mason wins, he's your guy, unfortunately. You can't just sit him too at the same time, which makes the decision a lot harder than it needs to be. Plus, JJ Weatherholt's playing really good baseball too. Really good. Do you look at trading Sagasi?
No,
I know you
can't. No, because we have guys we have seen long enough.
Yeah.
That we know what they are and they aren't. You unload what you need to unload.
Yeah.
Gorman is like my number one priority to unload. If somebody wants Contreras, unload. I'll be honest with you. Arenado, in my opinion, is off the table.
Yeah.
I want him here. I think he's found it, and I think he's only going to get better. I think we'll see a lull maybe in July or August, unless he's just so hot and he's feeling so good because that is his time of the year.
Yeah.
We may see him get a little tired at some point just because his routine is new and he's still getting used to it for a season. But no, I don't want Arenado going anywhere. I don't want Nootbaar going anywhere. Donovan, pay Brendan Donovan now.
Yeah.
Now,
whatever you want.
A new contract before Memorial Day.
Definitely deserves it. Damn.
Come on. But no, everybody else, money. You got to keep wins. Scott looks pretty good to me. He's hitting 264 right now. On base percentage is 325. He's slugging 375. OPS is 700. Compared to where he was at, what we saw last year, that's massive improvements.
Yep.
So I'm cool with where he's at. Besides, he's fantastic defensively. But no, you have guys you can trade, and you have things you can do with Sagasi. I think Sagasi has the potential. When you look at his numbers in comparison to Gorman, okay, he has 4 more at bats. He's scored 2 less runs. He has 6 more hits. He's got 1 more double, same triples, same home runs. He's got 3 more RBIs. He's got 21. He's got 7 more total bases. He has no walks to Gorman's 4. He and Gorman have both struck out 9 times. He's hitting 400. Gorman's hitting 258. On base percentage 389 to 333, slugging 600 to 452, and OPS 989 to 785, and WAR 0.4 to 0.1.
Right.
Yeah, I'll trade Gorman. I've seen enough of Gorman. He's been here long enough. I like him. I think he's done a lot of hard work. I think he needs a fresh start with a different coaching system. Luken Baker is exciting. He's a big boy. He's a pure power bat. When Herrera comes back, we don't need him.
Yeah.
Siani's great defensively, but he's
not a great hitter.
An asset liability. He's a liability. Offensively. If somebody else out there needs a good, great, solid defensive guy, they can have him if the price is right, because I don't want to lose him for those late inning games.
Right. Yeah.
Because you're going to pull Jordan Walker out. You got that fourth outfielder has to be a defensive lock. If we can't get what he is to us, not market value, if we cannot get what he is to us in value, we cannot let him go.
Yeah.
We need somebody who needs him and who wants him.
Yeah. That's the tough thing.
That's where I'm at on Siani, because I think he's that good defensively.
Yeah. I mean, he is. I mean, Chelly almost won a Gold Glove. He didn't win a Gold Glove last year. Almost.
No, but he was in the conversation.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought.
So we got options.
Be
smart.
Right. Especially with the way, I mean, I don't want to, we'll finish up the who should be sent down. So you have final thought on who you going with?
I'll send. Okay, so here's my move. If I'm, am I playing GM?
Sure, go for it.
All right, Josh plays GM. All right, here we go.
Josh plays GM.
I'm sending down the one guy who I can protect and make sure that I can call back up, and there's no way I lose him. That's the one criteria I have. If I have multiple guys, I just pick my favorite, who I like the most. I send him down.
Yeah.
I take everybody else, and I package them in whatever package or packages I have to package, and I trade them as quickly as possible. And as I get these guys out, I'm pulling my guys from AAA up, and I'm putting them in, because I know the goal is not to win the World Series this year. The goal is to reset the culture and reestablish the farm system. Yeah. So that's what I do. I'm going to make room in the farm system by bringing up the guys that I'm going to bet on right now, who I have control of for a long period of time on the cheap.
Yeah.
And if they show some promise, we're going to change what we're going to do. We're going to offer these 8-year, $80 million contracts, or these 10-year, $140 million contracts. We're going to lock them up long-term and get that first 10 years of their lives, and then go get another big contract at 30 or 31, whether it be with us or someone else.
Yeah.
That's the strategy at this point the Cardinals need to take. If I'm the GM, that's what we're doing.
But who are you sending down?
Who's my most protected? Is there anybody that I have to protect?
No, you don't have to protect anybody.
Like if I send them down, do they end up going on waivers or anything?
No, like to Memphis? No.
Okay. Oh, then I guess I'm sending down not Gorman, because I don't want to hurt his stock. I got to keep Pozo still. I'm probably sending down Luken Baker.
That's fair.
Because I want the versatility. JC is a shortstop. He can play second. I just don't know how tall he is. How tall is he?
He can play third base, too. He's played third base.
So can he play first is my question. Oh, he's only 5'11". You can't have him play first. He's short.
Yeah.
I knew he wasn't tall, but I didn't realize he was that. Like, I'm taller than he is.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I
don't know who else plays first. We got Wilson Contreras and Burleson plays first. Yeah, we don't need Luken Baker. Yeah. I would send Luken Baker down.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like the obvious. I mean, I won't say it's the obvious choice. I think it's between him and Sagasi.
Well, Baker is getting slightly better.
Yeah, but he's not
Burleson.
playing.
I trust Burleson more.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's because he's been in the big leagues for, with the Cardinals for at least 2 years now, more than he's been down in Memphis.
Right.
So that's a guy I would want to keep Burleson, because he can DH. I mean, I know Baker can leap DH too, but I'd rather have Burley.
Yeah, I think Burley's more versatile, so I'd rather have him.
I think you're stuck between Sagasi or Baker.
I would send down Baker, keep Sagasi, and I would try to trade Gorman and Siani, And as soon as Herrera came back and showed me he was good, I would try to trade Pozo or I would try to trade Pajes.
Right.
I would try to trade Pozo because Pajes has grown on me.
Yeah, because one of those two guys
is much better than it was last year.
Yeah, one of those two guys are going to have to go.
Yeah. So I mean that's something else we're facing down the road.
Right. Yeah. Right. Jump over to this next little topic here, and it's just what they 1-10 on the road now this season. They got one win in Pittsburgh so far. They get swept in Boston, swept in New York, lost tonight in Atlanta. What do they have to do to fix themselves on the road? They haven't had a road winning record since I think I saw I think Randy Carricker said 2019, and that was Mike Shields last year.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. This, like I said earlier, the starting pitching is overperforming.
Yeah.
Like it's not like Fetty tonight held them to 2 runs,
6 innings, 5. I had 5 hits, but
what else do you want from your starting pitching? Like, let me just go through these last 10 games, okay? And this is starting with Philly, okay? So it was Philly. We had solid pitching supported by timely hitting. Second game limited. Second game, we were limited in the offensive production. Third game, offense came back to life and exploded. And everybody was a piece of it, you know.
Yeah.
Then we go to the Houston series. Tons of scoring, lots of batting. It was just one of those kind of games. I don't mind that loss as much. Then your next game, you get completely blown out. You get shut out.
Yeah.
Just nothing happened. You couldn't get anything going. Houston, the third game, balanced attack. I mean, it was a balanced game. I don't know why. I don't remember being an attack. I just felt it was very balanced. It was neither aggressive nor conservative. It was just kind of just work. It wasn't even methodical. It was consistent.
Yeah.
I mean, then we go to the Mets. Offense can't do anything in game 1. Second game, was there. Third game, shut out again.
Right.
Fourth game, we score, but not enough. And we get beaten extra innings.
Right.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. And then tonight, we're up 3-2. They go up 7-3, and then we get 3 and we lose. So
yeah,
it's consistency. It's relief pitching right now. It's the bullpen. So the bullpen needs work. And right now, I would do anything I could to get other arms into the bullpen.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Roy Croft's already gone.
Yep.
Rosefo's not up here.
Nope.
Is Munoz still here? Is Vanson still here? They were here over the weekend.
I believe so.
Okay. King is still here. Helsley's still here. Fernandez is still here and shouldn't be. Romero's here, still here, shouldn't be. Right. Leahy's still here, shouldn't be.
He didn't do bad tonight.
He's not horrible. I mean, okay, so he's pitched 14 innings. He's had 3 holes, 11 appearances. He's got 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 homers, 3 walks. He's got 14 K. He's got 9 Ks per 9.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd keep him around. His WAR is 0.3.
He had one inning and 1 K, one strikeout tonight, so it was enough.
His ERA is a 1.93, so yeah, he's got to stick around.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can move things around, guys. I just don't understand why they're sitting on their hands so much. Like, you got all this youth down there. You guys said it was a transition year.
Right.
I want to see some transition.
Yeah.
Give me some movement.
Oh,
that's all.
Sorry. Some in my eye.
Sorry. My apologies.
You're fine.
I shocked you.
It just doesn't make any sense why they're struggling. Like, they're what, 8-3 at home? They're 8-3 at home. They got 9 wins, so yeah, something like that. 8-3 at home. It just doesn't, especially with the crowds they've been playing with too. It don't make any sense to me. Like why they struggle
Are we
so
gonna get
much,
into that?
so much on the road. We don't have to because I don't think it's ridiculous at this point in time. They're not going to. It can be a final thoughts. That'll be our final thought topic tonight. It'll be our final thoughts. We'll put it that way. We'll leave it there. Final thoughts for tonight's attendance.
Fair enough.
Attendance. It just I don't know. It doesn't make any sense why they can't win on the road. And it's not even that they're losing early on in games. You know, it's 7th, 8th, 9th inning that they're losing these baseball games in right now. Look at yesterday's game, today's game. I think that what day before that too was a late game against or late win for the Mets too, if I remember right. Or it was 2-0. Was it a 2-0 win?
It was a close game.
Yeah.
It was close, and the Mets got it at the end. I know the game before Lindor, for game 2, Lindor hit a walk-off.
Oh yeah, in extra innings.
Yeah, and it was a walk-off. It was a walk-off for the 4th game too. So
right. Yeah, I don't know. Just some of those things doesn't. I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
Dude, some teams are just bad road teams.
Yeah, that's fair.
This team is just maybe a bad road team. But guess what? If they're winning at home, at least the home team, the home crowd's getting to see some winning.
Yeah, at least they'll win 60 games then.
They'll win some on the road. Some,
maybe.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
I mean, it's not like they have the easiest schedule either. I mean, you're playing the Phils. Atlanta is a good team. They're just they're with injuries at this point, but they're getting healthier.
Yeah. They now have the same record as the Cardinals.
I mean, they played the Yankees. Boston was hot at the beginning of the season. The Mets are, they're one of the most expensive rosters in the league. They're supposed to be one of the best teams. They have Juan Soto. Yeah. They have Mr. Lindor. They have the big polar bear. I could do damage to somebody if I really want to. Pete Alonso. It's not like they're losing to the worst teams in the league.
That's true.
We're not getting beat by the White Sox, and we're not getting beat by the Athletics. I
mean, the Athletics aren't that bad of a baseball team, though.
No, actually, they're getting much better.
They're a lot better.
If you watch one of our friends' contents, you know that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm also looking at who we're playing against, what's going on.
Right.
Ivan Herrera's been out for how long now?
3 weeks.
And he still leads the team with home runs with 4.
Right.
So he went out.
I don't know.
Things went down a little bit. That little extra bump that we had early in the season to win those one-run games, he's on the IL right now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at. We're losing those games. We were winning with that little extra pop. And that was 7 games, and that was 7 of our 9 wins. So
right.
There you go. That's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be praying, doing voodoo, whatever you do for Ivan Herrera to come back quick and healthy and on fire when he comes back.
When does he? He should be back. They don't have a timetable, do they?
Man, I got a timetable right here. Hold on, give me just 1 second. Let me flip over this here. He was, as of the 16th, he was on the 10-day.
Right.
So I guess technically he's due back in 5.
May 5th.
Oh, so it's even longer than that. Okay.
Yeah. 10-day IL. They must have redone.
Yeah, they must have redone it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they got Church, Quinn, Matthews, Drew Rome, which those guys are all. They're not up here. They're all down. So, because then Mason Wynn will come back tomorrow though. So is Church. So Church is I don't think that. I mean, I don't know what I haven't too much digging into the Memphis guys, but I know sounds like he's going to be a pretty solid guy.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah, he's just doing a catching and running program. He started over the weekend. He's hopeful for a sooner than later return.
Yeah. What was I gonna go with? Oh, this little quote by. So I want to get your thoughts on this. So this was after yesterday's loss. So this was one more. I'll read it to you. Don't worry. Said the Mets. It says quote. The Mets straight up beat us in four in a row. There are no excuses. They're a better club. They executed at a higher rate than we did. We came in with some momentum. We played some good baseball back home. At the end of the day, we have to be able to execute better. Today, we fell short again. I feel like he could just repeat himself today. Not saying that the Braves are a better baseball team. They're not necessarily a better baseball
team.
Yeah,
you take out the better baseball team part, and yes, you can say almost the exact same thing.
Almost the same exact thing. Any other thoughts on that?
So my thoughts here, where I said earlier in the show that I don't think it's a Marmol issue.
Yeah.
In a month,
is it crazy
we're
that
saying this exact same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, now we know it's a management issue.
Right.
And now it's time to say, Ollie, here's your check. Go sit your butt at home. We'll pay you. Just get away from our organization at this point.
And we're gonna
go. You pick the phone up and you go, Yachty, Albert, Skip. Which one of y'all want to come play interim manager and audition for the manager role that we're going to be interviewing for 2026?
Right. Yeah. Ting. Exactly.
And then you understand that, yes, if any one of those three guys comes in to be the coach, you're going to have, if you go and put money into the roster behind that signing, opening day will be sold out. When baseball comes back, if that's 2026 or 2027, depending on what year that ends up being.
It'll be next year. Don't worry. We're not going to lock out, hopefully.
If you guys didn't know, Brandon is an overly optimistic person and sometimes does not take into account the effects of real-world markets and how greedy people are and forget how much they're getting paid to play a child's game.
Right.
That's a sidebar for another time. But anyways, now I forgot where I was going. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's all right. It happens. I forgot what you were talking. So what were we on?
Bro, that is not cool. You weren't even listening. How do you expect anybody else to listen?
Fudge. No, I was listening. I just got distracted by my own thought.
But anyways, I mean, it's just going forward. They got to make moves for going forward.
I don't even.
I know somewhere we were talking about just the JC, so I just backtracked all the way to JC should go down and what we need to do if I was GM.
You mentioned something about something earlier in the show you were talking about. Fudge, I don't remember. Oh well. Okay. We'll just move on.
You're gonna have to take notes during the show from now on, man.
Gosh dang. Literally just.
This is what happens when we go on a night that we don't normally go on or plan to go on. And yesterday was Easter, and we knew none of y'all would be around, and you were doing better things.
Not even that.
Can the whole team go to Memphis? Oh, shut your pie hole.
Aaron, you go away.
You shove it.
But yes, they could.
Happy Easter,
not everybody.
Sir.
Not everybody.
I got day off yesterday.
Talk about Jordan Walker.
Okay, let's talk about Jordan Walker.
Talk about Jordan Walker.
Just real quick, we'll keep it like 2-3 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jordan Walker. Do I lie or do I tell the truth? Jordan Walker has massively improved defensively in right field compared to last season.
Massively improved. He looks 100% better. He's all over the place. Does
he look like an outfielder now, or does he look like a third baseman who's just learning to be an outfielder?
I think he looks more like an outfielder than he has in previous years.
Okay.
He can cover ground a lot quicker than he had been able to. So much better.
He's got long legs. He's a bullet. Anyways, But what did we all know about Jordan Walker and what his potential was to be when we all heard about it? To hit home runs, to hit the ball hard.
Yes.
And he was fast, and he was going to be an offensive powerhouse.
Right.
We've seen flashes of it here and there throughout his career. He came up last year with the transition to the outfield. He struggled and struggled, and he struggled so bad defensively that I believe it hurt his offensive game. I think he went out this offseason, and he worked and worked and worked with the organization and Willie McGee one-on-one, I believe.
I remember what we were talking about.
Hold on, then. Don't forget it.
I won't.
Write it down. So I think we've seen all the development and all the progression for him defensively.
Yeah.
And he came out really slow offensively, and now I think we're seeing the mental pressure grow on him. You cannot send him down. You got to roll with him and let him work through it.
Yeah. I would agree.
If you send him down again, you're going to break him. And if you're going to send him down again, you might as well trade him for a bag of balls because that's all you're going to get because you've devalued him. You devalued a first-round, top-of-the-line, blue-chip prospect.
Yep.
Because your guys' developmental system has gone to hell in a handbasket in the last decade, 15 years, and you're destroying good top prospects. How many other ones have you destroyed? This one we've watched you do it in real time. Let him figure it out. He's an athlete. He was an Ivy League recruit kid. He's really, really smart. He'll figure it out. Give him a year of nonstop playing. Let him get comfortable. He's never had a year to just be comfortable.
Right.
Let him find some comfort because he's never even played one whole year in the minors leagues at one level.
Yeah.
He's always moved in and out.
Yeah.
Let him play 1 year. Let's see what he can do with comfort. Let's worry come July 4th. He's still hitting 227.
Yeah.
And he's still, around 600 OPS, and his OPS plus is under 80. And his slugging's under 400 or under even 360. Then let's worry come July 4th. Let's give the kid some time.
Yeah.
Everybody says he has all the tools. I don't think everybody could be wrong about this kid.
I would, I agree. I think you have to start keeping guys up. You can't keep doing this back and forth. Oh, we're going to send you down to Memphis for 2 weeks. And then, somebody just happened to get hurt. So we're going to bring you back up. We're going to put you back down. I know I don't think that's the case this year with him. I don't think that's what they're going to do.
No, it needs to be right or die.
I hope not. I hope that's not what they do with him because it's some players are just glorified triple A's. I mean,
he's not that though, man.
He's not Nolan Gorman.
Because when he goes down there, he just destroys.
Yeah. And then you bring him back up, and then he struggles again. And you're like, Jordan Walker's not the guy that he's supposed to be, this and that. He's at 79 at bats this year in 21 games, 17 hits, 7 runs, 24. What is that? Which one is this? 24 total bases, and then 2 home runs.
No, I'll tell you what the difference is. He's hitting into outs.
Yes.
He's not getting K'd like he was last year, man. Mm-hmm. That slider away doesn't get him anymore. That up and in doesn't seem to get him anymore. That down and in isn't getting him anymore.
Yeah. He has 27 strikeouts in 21 games, though.
Yeah, but it's not like it was last year.
Yeah.
So you say he's got 21 strikeouts?
And 27 in 21 games.
And 78 at-bats?
Yes, 79.
So he's roughly striking out 34% of the time, give or take, on my math.
Yeah, there should be like a thing here that talks about that. Or that it has like the number. Well, I guess there isn't.
That's still way less than...
I mean, last year he only played 51 games and he's 50 strikeouts, so almost 1 per game. Last season.
Right.
So, and it's not off. I mean, his outfield play is so much better this year than it has been. 20 games started, 21 games played in right field, 169. It's his whoa. what is this? Put outs is at 28, total chances at 31. So it's not just one error so far. Oh, that was last year's error. He doesn't have an error. Doesn't have an error this season so far. 2 assists, and his fielding's at it 100. Basically, it says 1,000. So his fielding is phenomenal, so much better. I mean, you're looking at a guy who played right field the last 2 seasons. His fielding percentage last year, or 2023, was 0.7 or 0.976. Last year, it was 0.985, and I know it's going to change because he's going to play more games, so the numbers are they're going to flex.
But it was that he looked awkward, out of place, and uncomfortable. Whereas now he does not look that way. He looks confident. He knows where he's going when he gets the ball in his hand.
Right.
And not to mention, he's got a cannon for an arm.
Yeah.
I watched him throw one from like 2/3 deep in right field on a line to third base the other day. I was like, oh my.
Yeah.
So, okay, now I understand why they don't listen to me about putting him at first base just because he's a huge body. It would be a waste of that arm.
It would be. I mean, I think he's fine in the outfield. Do I think he's a left fielder? Do I think he's a center fielder? No.
No, but I think he's turning into he'll be a good right fielder.
He'll be a fantastic right fielder. Fantastic right fielder, which is nice because the Cardinals haven't had a very solid. They haven't had a solid right fielder in who knows what? How long? How long would you say? Maybe Chris Duncan?
I wouldn't even call him solid. I would call him as extra serviceable utility.
Like a solid number one almost every day, huh?
I think him more at first base.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a number one solid every day right fielder.
Brian Jordan?
That's a long time ago.
There had to be somebody since him.
Alan Craig?
JD Drew was left field or right field?
Left. Whoa, no, he was.
Then Brian Jordan and JD Drew back-to-back right fielders?
Yeah, right fielders.
I don't know, man. I have to do some research on that. You can't give me all that. We've had so many right fielders. It's not one of those positions where we've had somebody that was a star that was a mainstay for
That's what I mean. Like, it's been a while since the Cardinals have had a.
Yeah, he could be that for us.
Yeah, a solid right fielder that they can throw in every single day, and he can play every single day.
Yeah, for sure.
And a guy like Jordan Walker can do that.
For sure.
Especially with the cluster mess you have on the infield. Anyways. I mean, you kind of have one in the outfield too. What are you going to do with weather? I mean, that's a whole it's a big giant thing.
You got to trade some people. That's where you trade Contreras.
You're going to have to.
You got to trade Arenado if he wants out at that point.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to leave. I don't think he really wants to leave St. Louis.
But if Weatherhold's that good of an athlete, then we can find a place for him. And then you got Davis coming, and then you got Jerpy coming in the pipeline somewhere, and then who's the other outfielder?
Who's the other outfielder? Other outfielder.
I can't think of them off the top of my head.
I don't know. Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, Jesus.
Hold on. Anyways.
Yeah, just keep jogging for a minute.
Trying to think. Well, I was looking to see who.
So I can't do that.
Oh, top 30 prospect. I hit the wrong thing. Hold up. Top 30 prospects. So you got Weatherholt. Sagaci's up here now. You're freaking loaded at the catcher position. You got Padilla, Chase Davis, outfield. Nathan Church, Kopernick, Honeyman, Travis Honeyman. He's in single A, so you're not going to see him for a while. Church is single A, so you won't see him for a while. All these other guys are. I mean, you have a Michael Hellman who's AAA. He's a utility guy. But
Jimmy Crooks is the other catcher I've been hearing a lot about.
Yeah, I know there was talks about him possibly coming up before the end of the season too.
Koperniak's having a good start of the season too.
Jenkins is hurt right now. He's going to be out for a little while. Quinn Matthews who was it that just had ACL or not ACL? Tommy. That was Quinn Matthews, wasn't it? Had Tommy John?
Not Quinn Matthews.
One of the big name pitchers for the Cardinals had Tommy John surgery. I thought so. Maybe not.
No.
Somebody had Tommy John surgery. I don't think it was Quinn Matthews. I'm trying to see it. Let's see if I can find it. But I thought maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it wasn't him.
I'm looking. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it too.
Oh, it's Jerpy, man.
Yeah, shoulder soreness for Quinn Matthews.
Yeah, Jerpy just had Tommy John earlier this month.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of then.
It's because it just happened. No one hadn't heard about it yet. You beat me to it, though.
I got you. Don't worry. All right, final thoughts. You want to talk about attendance? Do you want to talk about attendance?
Yeah, we can talk about attendance real quick. The Wilson
What's your final thought on attendance? I'll need carry attendance.
The Wilson Contreras comment from earlier in the week, where he's pleading with the fans to come out and the whole 9 yards. And I understand his take, but he has to understand the fans' problem isn't with the players. The fans' problem is with ownership.
Right. Which makes it hard.
It's as much as the fans are on the players' side, and the players need to understand that these fans who've been going to the ball games with their families have been doing it as traditions for years and years and years, and something they want to do, but they're not going to continue to spend their hard-earned money and with the economy the way it is, and go watch a bad product that doesn't try to win. So, Wilson, we hear your pleas. We understand what you're saying, but you have to understand we are on your side. We want them to make better decisions and spend their money more wisely.
Yeah.
And invest a little bit more into your teammates so you guys can have championships, legacies, and fill the record books.
Yeah.
That'd be my plea to Wilson Contreras as a fan of the St. Louis Cardinals.
I like it. I would, you get a lot of your spending from, I know a lot of it comes from TV. A lot of it comes from that side of things, TV deals, all that other BS that runs into it, and the ups and downs of Bally and now FanDuel, the FanDuel Sports Network stuff and whatnot. But at the same time, like as much as people hate the ownership, I 100% get it. 100% get it. You don't go to a baseball game for the ownership, though. I know they're not spending. They haven't spent very well. They haven't done anything very well last couple of years. It sucks. It does suck to see. But you can literally, it's just, it's, to me, it's something that, like, you still have to. I don't say you have to, because a lot of people haven't been, but there's got to be more than 15,000, 20,000 people at a game. It's got to be.
I mean,
you really.
I've been watching the games. They're lucky if it's half full.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, you get like, it's just one of those things. I get 100% get it. People are mad at the ownership because they don't spend money. I get that. And you might not see the best product. You might not see the best players. But those are still the guy, those are still the guys that you're rooting for. So I get it. They're not playing. They're not a great baseball team right now. But at some point, you just have to. I mean, you have to say, well, the ownership's going to do what they're going to do. At least they're not moving the team. trying to move the team.
I mean, man,
that's not going to happen. Don't even say
you're getting into something that's going to end up being a debate, and we don't have the time for that this evening.
Yeah. So, I'll just leave it. I'll leave it there. My final thought there. Just show up if you can. Show up if you can.
Put those up side by side on X and do a poll and be like, which one of us is right.
It's just again, it sucks. It truly does because you want to be there for the players.
Yep, absolutely.
You do.
So send this to Will Smith Trash too. Like cut that and add that to him so he understands.
Yeah, you want to be there for the players, but at the same time, like you, and I think it'll be different next year when Chime takes over.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, be our final thoughts for tonight's show. Again, if you haven't checked out, there were tons of stuff we talked about tonight, from who should be sitting down in Memphis to the road woes to the bullpen, kind of earlier on in the show. So make sure you check all that stuff out. Check all the other shows out. Battlehawk Show, the SD Show, the Blues Note Show, all kinds of stuff here at STL Sports. And we will check you next time. My name is Brandon. That's over there on that side of the room is Josh. And we'll see you on the next episode of the St. Louis Cardinals Show, or the Cardinals Show, whichever one.